Hello and good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, sorry. Good afternoon, everyone in the live room, and good afternoon to everyone currently watching through the live stream channels. Today is the 20th of May, 2021. My name is Maurice Rothwell, English trading coach here at Traders Club 24 in Hamburg. So, good afternoon to everyone currently in the live room again. Thank you, Frank. Thank you for joining. And Mike, thank you. Um, so this starting a little bit early today, so I'm sure everyone will be arriving over shortly. However, we're going to get straight into it. So I'm going to switch over the screen. Going to come over to my screen, and first, going to take a quick look at the economic calendar as always. So this morning there was a lot of news for Japanese yen. Australian dollar came out, and then we had the morning with not a lot of news going on at all, really. And then just over the lunch break, we've had a lot of Canadian dollar, US dollar news announcements. So this morning I did say I was more in favor for the volatility this afternoon. And yeah, it has been the case. If we go and take a look at the DAX, for an example, it was pretty slow most of the day until we had this big dip at 11. So we dropped 100 points and then we just went up 160 points since then. So we've had a sort of a lunchtime movement, but the whole morning was was a difficult morning. If you had this open range breakout this morning, it could have been a bit of a sticky open range. Lots of spikes within that range. Um, Same on the FTSE, we still got some movement. So pretty much the same as the DAX. Oh, okay, I don't know what happened there. So, yep, same like what happened on the DAX this morning. Nice dip down and back up. And then, of course, we had a little bit more movement from the Dow Jones. Thank goodness. Um, so, we're going to get into the roundup of today so far. We've closed 4 trades, so 0.84%, so 168 euros and 4 cents so far for the morning. Good afternoon, Isaac. Thank you for joining too. So that was the morning so far. I didn't realize that I had a pending box. So this actually just triggered recently. I didn't expect there to be a pending box anyway. I came back and opened up the MT4 and saw that I've just triggered a vola box on the DAX. So it seems like it will be okay. I wouldn't normally have triggered this trade here, but yeah, it's triggered now. So we'll just leave it. We're in a good profit there anyway. So the daily trades, for those of you who weren't in this morning, so the daily trades on, where were they? They were on New Zealand dollar, US dollar, and Australian dollar, US dollar. They all closed. So they all closed at the take profit. I think it was an overall profit of around 100 euros. So it's great that they all closed as well. We did get a new signal today, Euro New Zealand dollar. I I took it. So there's the trade. Currently in a small profit. Um, yeah, we'll wait and see what it brings. So in terms of some setups that I want to set up for this afternoon, we've got a great Vola box here. Again, these Vola boxes can be a bit difficult when they're around that big number, so I would rather take a big number trade, just because if we look how close the top of that Vola box is, if we're going to stay around this big number for a while, if we're going to be staying around this big number for a while, I don't want to have the pressure from the market to push up towards the top. So just a small breakout of that big number and just to trigger those buy orders. So that's what we want to try and avoid. So we'll take the big number on the Nasdaq there. We've got the Dow Jones here, so we've got another Vola box. So this follow box is a little bit better. So again, we could get stuck on the bottom side. Ideally, what we're going to have is a break of this box, and we should break up towards the top. So if we zoom out a little bit more, here we've actually already sort of broken that line. We're at that resistance level here, hence the vola boxes being here. So we're either going to get a nice good breakdown the charts, or what we're going to receive is, or we're going to get a nice break up towards the next resistance level, so the next big number. So, oh, Akeem, we take the one vola box for hedge in down. Oh yeah, so take the first vola box for the hedge. Okay, how many trades do you have on your hedge so far? Do you have some space to play around with, or are you at the end of the so the Dow? Yeah, that's a good. I would say that's a good place to exit your hedge on the Dow. It's not so far. We are at, that is a resistance point right here. 5, I've got 8 max. Okay. Yeah, I think with your settings as well, Hakeem, you don't have the same as me. So yours is probably only half the distance. So if you got 20 points, you only have to go 20 points, which is basically to the big number if your box is also 20 points. Does that make sense? 36 points. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if your vola box will be here. Maybe it's around here. But either way, this is a nice resistance area. I would take it. I would take that 36 points, even if it's here. 36 is, yeah, it's just before mine. So just before my trade. So gold, I want to take this vola box just here at the top. So it's a nice vola there, just at the top. On gold, and I think that's pretty much it. So gold actually set us up again. That's 3 times today it's actually done this to us. So 3 signals. Actually, I think this signal was a completed signal. So I think so. Yeah. So this one was complete. Set 4 and set 3 both completed. However, this one was not. So the first signal of the day, set 4, still didn't complete. Hit the stop loss. So what about down here? So I think this one's also hit the take profit if you hit it directly at the candle it was released. So that's set 4, set 3, maybe even set 3 did get the take profit. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, currently nothing available. Sell signal given earlier. So this definitely hit set 4, set 3. Doubt it didn't hit set 2, and definitely didn't hit set 1. Hopefully we'll get this DAX closed. If not, we can always hedge it for tomorrow morning, no problem. But we got a couple of trades triggered. So we got the Dow Jones here on the Vola box. We've got a big number on the Nasdaq, and we've got a pending order there on gold. So that's pretty much it from us today. or so far until we get the opening in 8 minutes. So I don't think there's any other signals here on the daily strategy either. No, nothing there so far. But hey, Bitcoin back over the 42K. So back above that famous, or not so famous, support line or support zone from Bitcoin was supposed to be the 42K. Excuse me, was supposed to be the 42K. So I guess this is going to be the, maybe it's going to hold that area again. Who knows? Yes, it's possible, Mike. So lots of movement in the last. Good afternoon to you, Peter. So a lot of movement there on the Dow Jones so far. That was due to this, but you can see that it's translated from the Dow Jones. We got it on the DAX, even the FTSE had it. It's all the same. You can even say that we got that same movement loosely translated into the Nasdaq as well. But look, we can definitely see there it dropped 250 points, and now it's gone up by nearly 300 points. But again, we can just take a look at the news. So it's due to the jobless claims this morning. We can actually even directly pinpoint the moment. So right here is where it dropped. So that would have been at what, 20 past 11. I don't think there was anything around that time that was going to affect it so much. Maybe a speech. Maybe there was something said in the speech that affected the dollar there. And then bang on, what's that? 11:30, then we start the uptrend. It's very gradual, but progressive. If we come out into a higher time frame, yeah, that doesn't, today's movement doesn't really mean anything in comparison to the last few weeks. I mean, some days we're having nearly 1,000 points in price difference. So, oh, we could be in line for an actual sell signal here on gold, if the candle allows it. So a good baseline for the candle so far. Needs to break past the daily pivot anyway to breach the two moving averages. So good question, Jesper. What's the normal box size for gold? So the normal box size for gold is, there is no normal or recommended. I'm the only person here that's trading gold at the moment, and yeah, I completely made up the settings due to what I thought was best. Really, it just came down to sort of playing around a lot. But when you translate it, or sort of, yeah, translate it into the terms of the DAX. So right now we're at 1800, right? And the DAX is pretty much 15,000. So at this time when they were both being made, DAX was around 14,000, gold was around 1400. And yeah, the recommended was 15 on the DAX. And because it was 10 times smaller, I just made the box 10 times smaller. And it seems to work. Of course, you can't have a 15-point box on here. Of course, in gold, that's a lot different. So if we put that on 1885 here, so imagine there, all the way down to here would be a 15-point box. So have a look around, test out a few different box sizes on the demo. But for me, gold box size, there is no recommended. Just I use a box size of 1.5. You can use a 2. Some people use a 3 box. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I'm hoping we're about to get that closure now. So we've still got 3 minutes until the opening. Mhm. That is the box size. Yeah? Okay. 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 Yeah, yeah, it's just that because I got smaller boxes on the rest of them. Jesper just asked, he was like, so what's the usual or what's the normal box size on gold? And I said there is no normal box size. No one else trades gold until I arrived. And that's the size that I found best to work for me. But I did say it before. I was repeating myself. Okay. Like markets. Markets. GBE. Easy. Okay. I'll say it next time. Next time someone asks, I'll say, yep, 1.5, unless the spreads change again. Okay. Personal interview. Are we getting a new person for sales? Nice. So there's our opening. Sorry, guys. Christian was distracting me here. So a bit of a shame for that opening on that accidental text trade there. First trade in on the Nasdaq. Let's go check our Dow Jones. So Dow Jones getting a full break there. Sorry about that one, Akeem. I suppose your box can handle that actually. 39.36, I think you just triggered it out, or about to. If it's broken this resistance, I'm guessing it's gonna go for a good break. So there goes Nasdaq coming up for the close on the top side. See where gold is at. Gold's still very still. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So a huge upswing there. So of course that's turning our daily trade around. Where is that DAX? So hopefully it's going to be a bit of a better opening than this morning. So there's that accidental trade closed. Thank goodness. Here comes the Nasdaq coming in for the close. You can test box size, actual cost, 1,000. Yes, well said, Alexei. So there comes the close in just a moment. No worries, Akeem. I'm sure this will close for you. It must be what, in the fifth, sixth trade now. So there's the Nasdaq close. So very nicely closed. We can set that down for another big number on the bottom, just in case we get the dip. And then as for the top side, there's not much that we can do here. We can set the top big number, but no, I'm not going to set any random trades in. Let me take a look at this one more time. Third trade now in on the Dow Jones. So I don't know how big your box was there, Hakeem. 36. Let me just double check that. Oh, next trade is that trade. Let me take a look. In hedge, go up and out. Yeah, shame that is. Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult opening again today, just like this morning. So yeah, just a difficult day, Hakeem. It happens. So I'm gonna move my take profit anyway, once again. There's not much going on in the markets at the moment. Gold's still ranging. Nasdaq's done well on the opening. So did New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So that's done also very well. I have to wait and see what's going to happen around this big number. Hopefully not to get a reversal. Who was that? That was Carlos, right? 10th trade. Oh wait, no. This morning, 10th trade in the DAX, plus 0.8%. Yeah, lovely. Pretty much similar situation what we had. We didn't have a hedge, but we was in to quite a few trades from the DAX. I can't remember exactly what market it was, but we also hit that 0.8%. But Alexei, top trader. Possible entry into gold here. And there comes the Dow Jones. See if we're going to get a big candle now. Nice push down. And then we can go straight for a manual exit. So I think you would have actually been out of that trade by now, Hakim. So here it comes. Break past this little support area. Support resistance, as we can see here and here. And we should get a nice drop. Entry into gold. Retest of the big number here on Dow Jones. Just take a look at, we've got two active, gold and Dow Jones. Wow, Nasdaq really pumping up at the moment. So coming up towards our next box. So actually, all the crypto markets are doing a lot better today. Bitcoin's really pushing the rest of the market up. So most of the crypto markets up 60%, 70%, 40%, 35% for the day. waiting for it to go up. Yeah, Akeem, I've got the same. I got the same on my phone. I got like a KuCoin, but it's a widget. And it just has a few different markets that I'm looking at. The ICP, Digibyte, Cardano, Doge, and it just is all green. So all the markets are up and big green percentages next to the names. Yeah, so Dow's coming back to the top. So there's the entry into our Nasdaq. That's a real pump there on the Nasdaq. Again, the Nasdaq is the tech market, so of course when the crypto market is also doing well, I've sort of seen the same towards the Nasdaq. And here it comes drop. Hopefully we should be able to get that close in the bag. Hoping we're going to get this drop soon. Maybe another drop. Market coming back for a retest of that resisting area. So where are we at? Well, wow. So look, it's coming back up now. We'll just move these up out the way quick. Maybe we can push towards that big number. Change my Volabox back. Okay. Second trade in on gold now, long. Take a look at the calendar. So no more news coming out. Some news at 4 o'clock. So here we are, hopefully coming for another retest and a breakthrough now. On at least one of these markets. Here it comes. Prepare ourselves for a manual exit, unlock the button. For me. Ah, yeah, that's the Vola box. So at least the gold trade is looking up. So yet another slow opening for us. And look at that. Wow. New Zealand dollar, US dollar really going for it now. This is my stop loss. No, that's on gold. There's New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Hopefully we'll get that break now. Just struggling to break past. But we should get that break. Let me just check out the Nasdaq. It's coming nicely down in our first trade, and gold is also coming up quite nicely there. Remember, that was the last high, very early hours of this morning. That was the daily high, I think. Yep, daily high. Maybe going for a new daily high. Who knows? And Dow Jones still struggling. Up it comes. We'll close that one. So there's that closed. I would take a big number normally. However, markets are not that great. So I'm not going to take that next trade. Want to get this gold closed. Would be absolutely perfect. Or we can go for a manual exit. I think that's also a good idea. So we'll take the €9 there. It's also a nice deal. And as for the Nasdaq, so we're still in the first trade. We'll give it a little while and see if it goes anywhere. How much have we got there on the minus? If we hit the stop loss, 184. So far today we've done very, very well indeed. So I'm just waiting to see if we can get a closure on this Nasdaq. Nice. Is that out of the Dow Jones there, Achim, or? Nice, good job. Nice work, nice work. How is everyone else getting on so far? Anyone having any difficulties? It looks like we got out of that just in time. And gold also just in time that we got out of those trades. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna close this trade on the gold, take the small profit. It's coming to at the end of our live session. So that's the end of the live session today. Um, it was okay. We've seen better. However, a very good day. So no complaints at all. Now that I see there's a pending order in here, I want to find it and delete it before we have another case of accidental trades being triggered. So always check the vola box, make sure there's no pending orders. So that's us. So wait, no, that's us so far today. So we still have our daily trade going on. So in the euro New Zealand dollar. So currently in a buy position, small minus of around 11 euros. However, great stats for the day. 9 trades closed, 245 euros and 75 cents. And that's 1.23% for the day. So we've exceeded that target yet again, and the higher end of our target. So that is, I'm happy. I hope you guys are happy. Everyone in the live room, thank you for joining. Of course, thank you very much, everyone in the who's currently watching through the live stream channels. We'll be back here again, same time, same place tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you there. So have a good afternoon and good trading.